start off by saying that it bothers me. This is the second video I've made that's really revolving around a human being's death, the untimely death of another. The last one I did, I believe, was on Bob Reiner and his wife being murdered by their son in their house. And I do this in the aftermath of the Renee Good murder. It does not make me happy. I don't like to make content around suffering. And I certainly don't like to make content around violence or murder. That was a murder. You know, the Rob Reiner, I was speaking in regards to Donald Trump making a mockery of a man that to me would always be 10 times the man Donald Trump was. I'm not a Rob Reiner fan. Not to take nothing against different folks, but he definitely made an impact for a lot of people. But they good. Let me say something. One thing I've noticed about the reaction to her death, that white men don't really care about their women. They don't. They care about them. I'm talking about the white right wing. They care about them to push a message, to push an agenda for black men praying white women. But really, what you see and what you saw with this was that she went to an event. She went to people that were upset at what ICE was doing, which I think MAGA really works on people that are not political, but who just don't like gay people or trans people. You understand? MAGA works off of people who are low information and racists. It's like that's their magic carpet, is MAGA, to be openly racist, to espouse hate. So A, she's got a political rally. B, she's clearly not MAGA. She's clearly not right wing, and C, she's gay. That's something you've noticed in the reaction online, that they don't care about the women. They never did, unless it fits a narrative. I think that in these different elections, those ladies running in Alaska, I can't pronounce some names. These different races that they're winning, they're losing, they're being contested. Do people on the right understand that there's more Renee Goods and there's more politically motivated violence, such as what I believe had a part in the death of Rob Reiner and his wife? People will be turned off from the GOP. I'm not talking about going out and making friends with a drag queen or something like that. I'm saying people staying home. I'm saying people who are, they burn their Trump hats. I'm talking about that. Like, I feel like, personally to me, Trump's like a little boy hanging out with his mom and like on a weekend. They go on like media play or something. The mom's like, we're gonna leave at 9. And he's having fun, he ain't paying attention. And now it's 8:45. Where's mama at? Well, they come looking for you. That's what Trump is. He doesn't care. He doesn't. And Republicans will pay a cost. They already are. You're lending seats in like Mississippi and stuff. You're looking at stuff that Democrats haven't won in decades. In my lifetime, 35 years old, 36 years. I think that there will be a cost. I think that people don't like violence. I think that political violence is what we've always said of white supremacy. And that when you play this game, you're playing our game. Because that's what I think of white men anyway, is violence. They got the right to go out and confront people, and they're doing that. This isn't crime. This is you having the right to be hateful. And I don't see any of that in a lot of areas as being a game-winning strategy. I think that what Trump has done is really unite the world against us, but he is definitely not the left. Definitely. no one's life really matters. It is a white ethno state they're aiming for. So to me, I don't see how Republicans can, and I hope there's no violence. I hope that nobody attempts to, there's no violent backlash. I hope not. But I just don't see with the violence and tourism's down because Trump wants people to give over their biometric data and stuff like that in order to, in order to move in the country. He wants to. I don't see who in the world would want to do it. I locked my credit the minute I heard about, Elon Musk getting the Social Security. I locked it in. I don't trust these crackers. I think it's a scam. I think that white America is patently stupid. And I think they thought they were going to screw us over, and now they the ones getting stuck. Now they the ones getting taken. That's why they are here making all this noise, because they feeling the pain. They worried about Medicare now. They worried about an insurance premium doubling and tripling. No matter what happens to me, I will always view MAGA as a scam and a con and a grip. And the Republican Party full of a bunch of racist, xenophobic crackers that brought this about to hurt people like me. I will always see it that way. But instead, now they're hurting their own people. They're talking about HBCUs. There's more black people getting in there. More black people going to college now. It's less whites now. Look at that. Look at that. And all this Trump talking today, talking about how civil rights made it okay to reverse racism against whites and all that stuff. Like, do you not understand what this means to people who are not in this racist, Daily Wire, Dan Bongino, fascist echo? Do you know what that means to us? It says to me every day, this is really like genocide stuff. And that what they want is really to make our lives harder. And that this isn't about making the economy better or any of that kind of stuff. It's about revenge and payback and cruelty. And really, the Constitution really was just something. It was a sacred cow. Sacred cow. And then now, they don't even care about that because they got Trump in office. They don't see cows anymore. They're not talking about the deficit no more. You notice that? White men ain't talking about deficit no more? Damn. It's almost like that only matters with Democrats, huh? I don't know. What am I talking about? Now Trump trying to have drone power charge. They're investigating. Yeah. It's the white man. This is the white man. You want to use the law to persecute people. Yeah. They don't care about these laws no more. They don't care about the Constitution no more. None of it. And I think that what you've done by doing so is you have made those things lesser. That's why I'm going with it. You've made the Constitution lesser because you've shown the selective way in which white America wants to uphold it. You've shown us with taking down Colin Powell's name in all of the cemeteries, D.C. You've shown us with taking down the plaques of the black veterans that died over there in the Netherlands fighting in World War II. And talking about how it doesn't fit the narrative. But they were just put in with Joe Biden. No, something happened at the White House. Yeah. So what I'm going with it is you've shown us just how little your values ever really matter. And I just don't see how going forward, Republican Party, like how can you, so you don't care about gay people, or you don't care about any minority anymore. Like Republican Party, from here on out, because they rocking with Trump. From here on out, it will be white men blue-eyed, blonde-haired, 24, 65. Like that's I just don't see how all of the things we're watching on a regular basis doesn't harm them for a very long time. In elections, in funding, in legitimacy, etc. Thank you.